Right now, the world sees Ibrahim Traoré as just the president of Burkina Faso, but only 20% of people know the real truth. Behind the big speeches, the strong army, and the flags, Traoré is also a man of action, a man who risks everything for his country. One night, inside the quiet walls of the presidential house, something serious is going on. Traoré gets a secret message. Enemies are planning something big. And worse, some of them are hiding in Nigeria. They pretend to be friends. They smile in public, but they work as spies in the dark. Traoré looks at the message, then looks at the map of Africa. He doesn't call for war. He doesn't shout. He does something no one expects, and not even his closest team. He takes off his uniform. He puts on old clothes, dirty shoes, and carries a small black bag. He becomes a normal man. No guards, no cameras, no titles. From this moment, he is Musa, just a poor traveler looking for peace and work. Only 5% of his soldiers know about the plan. The rest think the president is resting, but Traoré is already crossing the border. He rides in noisy buses. He eats simple food from the roadside. He walks in the hot sun. He listens to people. He watches everything. In a small town near the Nigeria border, he hears something strange. Two men are whispering near a market. One says, "The eagle flies tonight. Burkina will fall soon." The other laughs. "Our man is already inside. They will never see it coming." Traoré stops. His heart beats fast. This is what he's looking for. These men are not normal. One wears sunglasses at night. The other has a snake tattoo on his neck. He follows them slowly. He doesn't speak. He just watches. Later, they enter a small building with no name. A boy selling water tells Traoré, "That place? Only big men go there, but they don't help anyone. They only come at night." Now, Traoré knows this is more than just talk. This is the heart of the spy plan. But here's the danger. They may already suspect someone is watching them, and they may be looking for him. What happens next will shock even the bravest soldier. The sun is already setting. The sky turns orange and red over the dusty town near the Nigeria-Burkina Faso border. President Ibrahim Traoré, still in disguise as the quiet traveler Musa, keeps walking slowly. His eyes stay fixed on the building where the strange men entered. This building is nothing fancy. The walls are cracked. The windows are dusty. A rusty old fan turns slowly above the entrance. But something about it feels wrong. Too quiet. Too secret. He sits nearby with a plate of rice and beans, pretending to eat. But he is watching, counting. Two men entered the building. Then later, 3 more come. One with a radio in his hand, another one in military boots, and the last one wearing a white shirt with no sleeves and a walkie-talkie. That makes 5 enemies inside. But here's the real danger. Traoré is alone. He has no backup, no phone, and no one knows exactly where he is. If they catch him, no one can save him. Still, he doesn't leave. He waits. At midnight, all the lights in the street go off. Power cut. The town falls into darkness, but one window in the strange building stays bright. A small blue light. That's when Traoré moves. He walks around the building, staying in the shadows. He steps quietly like a cat. His ears stay open. His eyes don't blink. Then he finds it, a back door. It's half open. He listens. Inside, someone is talking on the phone. Yes, the plan is ready. Burkina Faso will be busy with fake protests next week. While they look away, we move in from the east. The border is soft. The army is slow. Traoré freezes. This is worse than he thought. It's not just about spying, it's a full plan. A secret mission to attack Burkina Faso from the inside. And some people in Nigeria are helping. He pushes the door gently and steps inside. The hallway smells like engine oil and old wood. He hears voices coming from the basement. He tiptoes down the stairs, one step at a time. Down below, a small room glows with blue lights and screens. There are maps on the walls, printed photos, even drone images of army camps in Burkina Faso. A large man with a deep voice speaks into a microphone. Operation Black River will begin in 7 days. The president, he's too proud. He will never know until it's too late. Traoré hides behind a shelf. His heart is pounding, but his face stays calm. The men in the room begin to laugh. One says, "We have a friend inside the palace." He sends reports every week. We even know what the president eats for breakfast. Traoré clenches his fist. So, the spy is not just here. He's inside the palace back in Burkina Faso. Someone close. Someone trusted. Then suddenly, crack! His foot steps on a piece of dry wood. One man turns his head. "Did you hear that?" Another man walks over and shouts, "Who's there?" Traoré doesn't wait. He jumps forward, grabs a stick from the shelf, and knocks one man down. The room explodes into noise. "Get him!" one of them screams. But Traoré is fast. He spins, dodges, strikes. He may not have a gun, but he has something stronger. Training, courage, and a mission. Two men fall. One runs upstairs to escape. The other tries to grab a metal pipe, but Traore kicks it away and throws him to the ground. Now the last man, the leader with the deep voice, holds a gun. He aims it at Traore's chest. "You made it this far," he growls, "but you won't leave this room." Traore raises his hands. His eyes stare calmly at the man. "Do you know who I am?" he asks. The man laughs. "A foolish traveler who picked the wrong house." Traore smiles. "No," he says. "I am President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, and I now know everything." The man's eyes widen in shock. "You're lying." But just then, boom! The front door blasts open. Soldiers in black boots and green scarves storm inside. They move fast and clear the building. They had been following Traoré in secret, watching his back from a distance. He planned it all from the start, just in case he needed them. The enemy is captured. The spy leader is arrested. All the maps, files, and computer data are collected. Later that night, inside a hidden army camp, Traoré sits with his top team and looks at the computer files. He points at one picture. "This man, I've seen him before." In the palace, they zoom in. It's one of the palace advisors, the spy. Now the truth is clear, there was a snake inside the house all along. And thanks to the mission in Nigeria, Traoré knows exactly who to catch next. But something else is waiting. In the last video file, a voice says, "If Traoré survives, tell the boss to begin phase 2. The real enemy is not outside us, it's inside his own army." Traoré leans back. He whispers, "So it goes deeper than I thought." Back in Burkina Faso, everything looks normal. The soldiers stand tall. The people go to the markets. The palace shines in the sun. But deep inside, something dangerous is hiding, like a snake under dry leaves. President Ibrahim Traoré returns, not with noise, not with shouting, but with a plan. Nobody knows he has just been to Nigeria, fought 5 men in a basement, and discovered the truth about a deadly spy. He walks through the palace, shaking hands, smiling. But he is watching. He is listening. He is searching. There are only 3 people in the palace who match the face in the video from Nigeria. One is a cook, one is a security officer, and one is a high advisor, a man who has served at his side for months, maybe years. Traoré calls a private meeting, no guards. Just him and the 3 suspects. "Brothers," he says, "something terrible was being planned against our land. But I have stopped it. Still, there's one piece left. Someone who gave our secrets to the enemy." The cook shakes. "It's not me, sir. I only touch food." The guard sweats. "I protect this house with my life, sir." But the advisor stays calm. Too calm. His face doesn't move. His hands are clean, but his heart is cold. Traoré stands up. He opens a brown folder and drops photos on the table. Pictures from Nigeria. The advisor's face is there. "You were in Lagos. You were in the plan. You sent messages from this palace." The advisor's eyes narrow. "You're brave," he says slowly. "But you're still young. You don't know how this game works." Traoré steps forward. "You are wrong. I may be young, but I love my people more than I love power. That is the difference between you and me." Just then, the door opens. Traoré's private team enters. They've been listening from the other room. They move quickly. The advisor is arrested, but just before he is taken away, he leans close to Traoré and whispers, "I'm not the only one. There are others, hidden deep. They wear the same clothes as your friends. They sit at your table, but they are not loyal." The room goes quiet. The snakes are more than one. That night, Traoré sits in his room thinking. He looks out the window at the dark city. Children sleep. Mothers cook. Farmers return from the fields. All of them trust him. He whispers to himself, "Enemies outside are easy to fight, but enemies inside, they're the real danger." The next morning, he calls for something special. A full palace check. Not to punish people, but to purify the system. He sends trusted teams to every office, every record, every message. He asks questions. He checks loyalty. He doesn't rule with fear, but with truth. Day by day, the palace becomes cleaner. The people begin to hear the story. Not the full details, but small pieces. Did you hear? The president went to Nigeria as a poor man. They say he fought spies with his hands. He discovered a snake in his own palace. Children repeat the story in schools. Old men talk about it at tea stands. Mothers pray for his safety. Now 100% of the people understand something new. Traore is not just a president. He is a warrior, a protector, a man who moves in silence and acts with purpose. But the journey does not end here. One evening, Traore stands before his people. He holds the flag of Burkina Faso in one hand. He says evil does not always wear black. Sometimes it smiles in a suit. But as long as I breathe, I will walk among you. I will listen to you. And I will fight for the truth, even if I must do it alone. The crowd roars. Children wave flags. Farmers cheer. Women clap. Because they know. Their leader is not hiding behind gold or guards. He is in the streets, in the shadows, in the fight. And no snake, no spy, no enemy, inside or out, can stop the heart of a man who walks with his people.